Okay, now that that's cut, I'm gonna take my olive oil and just lightly, just a little bit, it goes a long way. Swirl a little bit on top, maybe it was a tablespoon. And then take a pair of tongs, mix this bitch right up. Looks so good. I only ended up using one of the sweet potatoes because I have a lot of vegetables here. So we'll see. They're nice and coated. Nothing crazy. Smells heavenly. So I did find my sea salt. Please excuse the ensemble as well. I don't really feel like getting dolled up for this. So just a couple grinds. Mix it up, get the salt evenly distributed. You don't want to get too crazy. You can always add more. But I like to be able to see like the granules a little bit. And then just a little bit of black pepper. I find that pepper is really, it's not bad for you at all, so you can go a little heavy on it. Don't go crazy. Again, mix it up, get everything nice and even. I think this is the best way to stir when you have something like this. Keeps it contained. So everything is nice and evenly coated now, and I will spread it on my parchment paper because I don't love to scrub pans. So, quite a bit of veggies. Fix the paper. And then you of course want to like kind of spread everything out so it evenly bakes. You don't really want like big piles of stuff. I also have some tomatoes in there in case you didn't see, they're multicolored. Everything is organic. I'm a firm believer in that. You can actually taste the difference. People tell me I'm crazy, but I'm not. So, I mean, maybe a little crazy. But. So now that almost everything is nice and spread out, yes, some things are touching, but most are actually pretty good. I will actually take my salt one more time, just kind of over the top. Another lightly pepper. Pop these in first. They're gonna take more time to cook. Put them on top. And I'll set the timer for these for about a half hour, 30 minutes. We'll check them. And I will also turn them a couple times in that 30-minute time frame. Next, we're gonna do the bacon. Or you could just look at it as like a smoky tempeh. So, let's see. Let me just clear these veggies off. Oh, I forgot to put some garlic. So, let me do that really quickly. Some fresh garlic. I really like the bold. I like Hungarian garlic. It's a little bit stronger, but it's good. It's good shit. I'm single, so I don't really have to worry about like, you know, garlic broth. But anyway, I have this great little tool that I got at Peppercorn in Boulder, which if you've ever been to Boulder and you've ever been in their like little shopping downtown area, then you know Peppercorn's like the shit. It's the coolest store I've ever been in. It's like Macy's on like steroids, and steroids in a good way, where it's like you step back in time. So everything's like hand curated and crafted for unique individuals. This is a kitchen tool, but really good tool. So anyway, put the garlic in here. I try to take off a layer of the skin if I can. This one didn't come off. Then you can do that by like kind of twisting the garlic like you would like a bottle cap. it just kind of peels it off a little bit easier. So just a little twist. Little tips and tricks, right? Put these bad boys in there. And then it's all chopped and minced. It's good. Let me pull these back out, sprinkle some of this garlic on. Since I forgot, crucial step. And just so you know, I did wash my hands before I started this and several times in the middle of the process. It's just a thing. This I'll save out, probably put some in with my tempeh. And I'm definitely not Rachel Ray or anything, but I'm having fun doing this. I guess that's all that really matters. So, and we're gonna get to the bacon, I promise, right now. Okay. All right, so we have our tempeh blocks. They're like $3 at Whole Foods. They're of course organic. Tempeh is fermented soybeans. So you can check these bad boys out. I put them, you can steam them to like kind of soften them up and make them like a little bit less bitter, I guess. I wrap them in wet paper towel and I put them in the microwave for like 30 seconds just to loosen them up, just to moisten them up just a little bit. And then going to kind of lightly sear it like you would any meat. So I guess you wouldn't say sear, I don't know what this would be called. Perforate. Tenderize, I don't know. I like to put little holes so the marinade can soak up and into it a little bit more, give it a little bit more flavor. So what you'll do now is you take this and you'll see like the dark spots. It's fermented, so it's okay. It's totally normal. It's not like it's moldy or anything. I just bought them today, actually. So the thinner they are, the better they're gonna cook, the more flavor they're gonna have. However, you don't want them to be too thin where they fall apart. Unless you're going for that, like crumbles, totally cool. Especially if you're making like a grain bowl or a Buddha bowl. So I'm just gonna do strips, by about 1/4 of an inch. Really get them going here. And I'm gonna put them in here. Oh, the vegetables already smell divine. I can't even tell you. That garlic, that really did the trick. These might be a little too thin, but that's okay. I'm going for the grain bowl this time. If you're making like a TLT, like a tempeh, lettuce and tomato, or if you want to use this for like a veggie burger and some non-dairy cheese, maybe a bacon cheeseburger if you're feeling it. People always ask me, if I gave up meat, why do I eat meat substitutes? I didn't give it up because I didn't like the taste. I mean, let's just get that out of the way. So for me, this gives you still like that hearty taste on a salad, and I'll pair it with the vegetables and some probiotic ozook, like cabbage, which I'll show you. And some lentils. I mean, it's like a complete meal in one. It's all plants. Tastes fucking delicious. So this is just something, even if you're not vegan, give it a try. Why not? It's easy. I'm taking forever because I'm talking. It's super awkward standing here silently videotaping yourself. But it's fun. So anyway, this will last me the whole week. There's several servings in here. Typically I don't love to do leftovers, but I won't reheat them. So once I cook them, I will eat them cold. And the flavor is good, it's delicious. If I'm at work or something, I can pop it in the toaster for a little bit and then add it to my salad. I never put it together ahead of time. But typically I stay away from leftovers if I can. But when I meal prep, this is something that you can do and then eat it cold. That way you're not changing the molecular form or the energy of the food. Some people say about 3 days is what, 3 to 4 days. So this will last me most of the week. Maybe I'll even freeze 1 or 2 that I can thaw out for Friday or for Thursday and Friday. Anyway, let's get to the marinade. So, this is the fun part. So you have your tempeh, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, that's all you need. And I am just gonna use this rosemary one because why not? Might add a little extra flavor. This is only a half a tablespoon, so it'll look like I'm doubling, but I'm not. So it's 1 tablespoon of olive oil, or whatever you prefer. You can use coconut oil, you can use rice oil, whatever. And I am gonna double this recipe because I did double the amount of tempeh. So in that case, it would be 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we have 3 tablespoons of Bragg's liquid amino. You can also use soy sauce or tamari sauce, whatever you want. This is what I have, so this is what I'm using. It's pretty good and it's good for you. So 3 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is 3 tablespoons, which was 6 little dunks. I'm gonna do just 1 more just in case. Can't hurt, because now I lost count. I'm gonna watch this back and be like, you're an idiot. It's okay. Then we have 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I got this great maple syrup when I went to Vermont for my girlfriend Katie's bachelorette party. We had the best time, rented this sick house in Killington. Went rafting down the river, drank many claws. As you guys know, there's no laws when you're drinking claws. We had a good time. So we'll do 2 tablespoons of this. So that'll be 4 because I'm using a half. So this is 1. And actually I have to double this. So it will be, God, I'm using so much maple syrup. But I really enjoy the flavor of this bad boy. Okay, so that is the recipe doubled. Maybe we'll do like a little bit more just for good measure. I need to get some cheap maple syrup. Let's see. It has to stay in the fridge. So now we're on to the teaspoons portion. Well, actually we have 1 more nooch. So 1.5 tablespoons of nooch, so I need 3 of these. That's 1, 2, 3. I forgot we're doubling this. No, it would be 3. So that. Now we're on to the teaspoons. This is actually a teaspoon, which is nice. So apple cider vinegar is what you'll use next. And since I'm doubling, it'll be 2 teaspoons. And then, oh, and this is nooch, by the way, nutritional yeast. Another Bragg's, I'm a fan. And then we have 1.5 teaspoons liquid smoke. So I bought mine on Amazon, whatever, it works. This shit is so powerful, so you want to use just a little bit, but it's what gives us that smoky flavor. So if you want to make like a smoked watermelon instead of a smoked pork pig, this would be a good option. So we'll do, it says 1.5, but since we're doubling, we're gonna do 3. There's 2 and 3. Getting liquid smoke everywhere. Shit is very strong. It smells like there's a fire in my house right now. It smells good though. It's like a barbecue smell. Then 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic. So again, we're gonna have to do 2. And then little smoked paprika and onion. So smoked paprika, again, it's organic. And this is 3/4 teaspoon. So we're gonna do a full boy because we're doubling. And a couple are going over the side. So we'll call that a day. We'll do a little bit more. Should be good. Like how I cook, I just kind of throw shit together. People always ask me like, oh, hey, can you send me that recipe? I'm like, fuck, I don't really know. I just threw it together. So I'm working on that. And a couple people have asked me to do things like this, getting out of my comfort zone and talking to a camera. There's no one in my apartment, doing laundry, but this is fun. So I'm gonna mix this all together, get it nice and good. So I think that's everything. If you have like, you know, that fake onion, you can put that in there too. I'm just gonna pass. Yesterday I like grated some in, it was fine. I feel like there's enough spice in here to do it good. So I'm just gonna really make sure it's nice and mixed, get all the flavors to meld. I feel like Julia Childs now, maybe I should speak in her flowery accent. Just kind of make sure everything is together, especially with the nutritional yeast. So it should look something like that. And then you take your tempeh, which you have sliced and seared. I'm pretty sure it's seared. I'm not really sure though. Or scored. It's scored? Scored. Anyway, just kind of dump it all on there, all the juices. So I also need to get one of those rubber spatulas to get all the goodness out. But this should be good. You want as much of it to be covered as possible. So I might have maybe put too much tempeh in or not enough with the doubling of the recipe. But either way, what I'll do is this has to sit for about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna stop and kind of, you know, rotate the vegetables, clean up a little bit, get everything settled. And then I'll come back on and I'll show you guys cooking this. But it's mostly coated. So what I'll do is in about 10 minutes, I'll flip them all over and see if that'll just change it all up and put the bottom ones on top, X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. So I guess what I'll do is I'll show you my recipe so you can screenshot it. Bam. There you go. It says 350, but I put it at 375. Screenshot that shit. I'll probably also add it to the comments one of these days. All right, be back. Okay, we're back. I have lentils cooking right now, which need to be stirred. So I use a mixture of green, Mediterranean, and orange. This is the timer for the vegetables and also to another 5 minutes to stir these up. I've kind of about every 5 minutes been rotating them. I switched them to a bowl. I found it was easier for me to actually just mix them. They're looking pretty good though. Getting a nice color. They smell fucking delicious. My whole apartment smells really good. I'm sure somebody next door is like, ooh, that girl can cook. That's what I'm saying in my head. These are cooking. This is going to be for the tempeh. So, a little extra parchment paper, but let's keep everything contained. Like I said, I like a nice clean pan. Don't judge me. And then let's check our veggies. Martha Stewart over here. Looking pretty tasty. They smell really good. Grab these. And I think they might be done maybe like 2 more minutes so the potatoes get a little bit more cooked. They feel a little hard still. I don't like to overcook them because you want to leave the nutrients as much as you possibly can. Raw vegetables are usually the most nutrient dense. However, if you lightly steam them or, you know, lightly coat them with a little bit of olive oil and then bake them, that way they keep their nutrients and they still get like a little bit softer. It just are a little bit better for me. I eat raw vegetables too, so I'm good either way. And this whole meal I'm making like a Buddha bowl. Between your spinach, your tempeh, your lentils, you have more protein than you need for the entire day. I'm gonna be very honest. Also has a lot of fiber and nutrients, so you're more regular. Not to be gross or graphic, but that's important as well. So I think I'm gonna pop those in for maybe about 3 more minutes. And then from there, I'm gonna put the tempeh in on the bottom, put that out. These lentils will cook. I'll keep the lentils in the fridge for the week. Again, I won't reheat them. I will just place them on my Buddha bowls. So let's see what goes on here. These you do want to separate for cooking best you can. Make it nice and even so they cook evenly, kind of like when you bake cookies, which after this I am going to bake muffins. So if you want to stick around for that, and they'll be healthier muffins for the week, just in case. You know, I plan on eating just like salads and avocado toast and fruit. I'm really trying to limit what time I eat after too. And get all my workouts done in the morning. Maybe save yoga for the evening. Hello. Hello. So, what do you guys want to see? Is there anything in particular that you're like, you know what, I would love to learn how to cook this, but I don't really want to do it from a recipe book, or you want to follow along with someone? Let me know. I'd be happy to try out a recipe as long as it's vegan. If you guys want to know how to make like vegan pancakes or waffles or scrambled eggs, you know, scrambled no eggs, I should say, we could do that too. So now that this is all pretty much flat, I'm going to take a little bit of this marinade and just kind of really coat it all, which is really exciting. Looks amazing. Smells even better. I wish you guys could smell my kitchen. Pop these suckers in. And these only cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. So let's set our timer for 9 minutes. I typically do that, put it in the middle, and hope for the best that I don't burn them. The lentils, these are a little trickier to cook. Because I mix all 3 together, the red cooks super fast. The Mediterranean ones cook the longest, which are the dark green. And then you see the other green, the green lentils, they're like the middle of the road. So it kind of gives depth. Oh, and after you cook these, I rinse them. But it kind of gives depth to the actual meal. So you'll layer it, you'll put the salad of your choice. I'm gonna use spinach this week. I found that in New York, my spinach went bad super quickly, but now that I'm in Denver, it's really dry here. So my spinach has been lasting a little longer, so I'm for that. Sometimes kale is the best option because it lasts the longest in the fridge. But anyway, I'll do a base of spinach, and then I will put the lentils down, and then I'll put the roasted veggies and the tempeh, and then I have this garlic olive oil sauce that I just drizzle on top. Sometimes you don't even need it, but if you want a little extra, you can do that. You can also make this meal with chickpeas. If you want your rank meat, you can do that too. I don't recommend it. But you know, I can't change the world overnight. But if you do add that, feel free. It's not necessary. There's tons of protein, tons of good carbohydrates. Your body runs on carbs, so all these keto and all these other things, you know, depending on what science you're reading and who's backing that science, you'll find that your brain really needs the carbs. And I'm not talking white, refined, sugary carbs. I'm talking, you know, carbs you get from roasted vegetables and sweet potatoes and good grains, or sprouted grains. I mean, there's good carbs and bad carbs, but those are the carbs you need to actually sustain like a good, healthy life, especially for your brain. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I have done quite a bit of research, and this meal that we're making tonight is one of the best ones you could possibly make with all of the ingredients. It hits like all your targets. Sprinkle a little nooch, little hemp seeds on top. You've got everything. Add a little piece of Ezekiel bread. You have your complete amino acids for the day, your complete proteins. It's really interesting science, but I won't bore you with this shit. Just wanted to tell you it's a good, healthy meal that kind of tastes good too. So we'll see what happens. We've about 6 more minutes for the tempeh. I'm gonna probably get everything ready out here and then set up for muffins. See you soon. Okay, so there's 3 minutes left on the tempeh and my lentils are almost done. The veggies are done. They look delicious. Don't mind my messy kitchen. But I'm gonna drain the lentils and probably as soon as the timer goes off for the tempeh. But what I did do that I didn't mention is I put it on broil for the last 3 minutes. So I think it'll just crisp it up. Like when I used to eat bacon, I used to eat a little crispy. So we'll see how that goes. It worked fine the other day. My house smells so good. I really wish I could just translate that smell to you, but I can't. So I'm gonna drain these. They actually look like they're done. We'll see what goes on. Sorry. Let's see if I can move this. So, like I said, you want to drain these and rinse them. So there's none of that gross brown stuff. All right. I made a lot for the week. Like I said, I will put these in a container. Let's kind of let them drain. I'll put a little paper towel. Wow, this light is like really bright and I look like shit, but oh well. Put a towel down and I'm gonna let these sit and just kind of de-soak before I put them in the refrigerator. Ooh. I have this like new tripod thing. I think I told you guys about it. Anyway. Those I'll put away. 43 seconds till the tempeh is about to be done. So veggies will go kind of too big. What I need. You know what? I'll probably put them together. The veggies in here. Another reason I love parchment paper. Kind of do one of these jammies. It's like the easiest way to do anything. These are cooked. And throw this out. That's my timer. This has to be washed. Talking to myself. Let's check the tempeh. Oh yeah. Woo! Broiler is hot. These look good, they smell good. I'm gonna turn off the oven, although I'm gonna bake, so I'll just put it back on 350. Chuck these bad boys out. They look a little too hot for me to try right now, but that's pretty much it. And then you assemble your bowl with your lentils, your veggies, and your tempeh. Oh shit, I forgot to cook the broccoli. I will make that this week and I will steam it. And you can also add steamed vegetables. So I'll add some steamed broccoli to my bowl. Maybe I should just do that now while I bake. But anyway, I hope this was fun. Hope you guys had a good time. If you want the recipe, let me know and leave it in the comments for anything else in the future you'd like to see. All right, bye my warriors.